Hey, welcome to Cajun Toy Review, and today we are talking somebody I hold near and dear to my heart, Zartan. This is one of my favorite G.I. Joe figures growing up and stuff like that. I thought it was the coolest figure with this changing effect and that mask and stuff like that. And I know already, sadly, that does not change color, but he has the mask, so I'm kind of excited about that and share a little bit of my G.I. Joe history with something that was a mind-blowing experience. Point of knowledge for me when I found out as reading the comics and later on in the line that wasn't Zartan's hair. That was actually a hood. I used to always think Zartan had some weird ass hair when I was growing up watching the original cartoon. But enough about that. Let's take a look at this package right here. We got that nice open shot with Zartan. Man, he's got some accessories in there. You can see we got at least 2 weapons right here. A snake head, some kind of like monkey paw or something. The face mask and the original looking backpack looks awesome. Just gonna go look at that. It looks like a Dreadnought logo behind here. Got that artwork on the side. Zartan looking awesome. Looking kind of like more like Falcon right there. Not Falcon, whatever. The Falconeer guy. Is it Raven? What's his name? Anyway, doesn't matter. On the back, looking awesome right there with that little face coming off. His I don't know. He looks very like snakish right there. He looks like V, the final battle going on right here. On the back, same thing we've seen a lot with all the G.I. Joe art and stuff. All different characters that they add them as we go. Excitingly, as the point of I'm talking about this right now, I saw prototypes for the Alley Viper and the Bat, so I'm very, very hopeful that we'll see those guys soon as well. On the side, we got Zartan's little specs. If you want to go to GIJoe.com and look it up, it basically tells you what his expertise are. You know, obviously, I think this one is probably going to be Chameleon with the face change right there. I'm not even going to guess maybe piracy on this one. And he's number 23. I think we're up to 27 total right now with the G.I. Joe line until the Snake Eyes movie ones come out. UPC on the back for Zartan. He's not a Cobra Island figure, so he's a little bit easier to find. You can find him at Walgreens or whatnot, Walmart, Target. But anyway, enough talking about this box. Let's break Zartan out of this package. Alright, and here we have the man himself, Zartan, out of the package. And this is a dope figure. There's so much little details and stuff that I love this figure. There's so much nods to the original classic G.I. Joe figure that I love, and a lot of new stuff, especially growing up and reading the comics and getting more of that Zartan lore that I experienced with this figure that I just love about it. And I'm excited to talk about it. But one of the first things I want to just elephant in the room for me, when I was a kid growing up watching G.I. Joe, I always thought that he had this awesome Ozzy Osbourne big old hair, and that's what it looked like in the cartoon, and that's what it was. There was a misinterpretation between the artist and the concept for it. It's supposed to be a hood, and that's what it's always been in the comics, and especially even in the original figures, you can tell it's a hood. But when you watch the cartoon, that dude got some lush 80s rock star hair, and it made him have kind of a different persona for me in the cartoons versus, like, I mean, Zartan is deep in the comics, man. He kills the Hardmaster, he kills Serpentor. I mean, he is in it. He is definitely a major player in the comics and stuff. And the cartoon, he was kind of one-dimensional. And I love this figure. There's stuff like I said, it just reminds me of the old toy that I had, and stuff in here that's all new and just kind of fits that lore of Zartan that I've grown to know and love. So let's take him out of here and take a look at his accessories. So looking at all the different accessories and goodies that come with our Zartan. First, we get this really cool blaster pistol right here. It looks kind of sci-fi, but at the same time, it's got kind of some of that old aesthetics with like the chamber right there. It just looks really, really cool, and he holds it really well. It's just a nice size pistol. It looks very much like I said, a mix of like sci-fi and old school, like World War II, like German pistol. I can't think of the name of it right now. I'm drawing a blank. Sorry. He got this really cool knife right here. It's got a lot of detail on this. I mean, it's all black, but it's got the serrated right there, and then little holes in it. It's like a karambit. It looks really, really cool. It fits in his holster on his back, which is awesome. I wish he had a holster for his gun, but he doesn't. But his knife does fit perfectly in there, so that's really, really cool. That's a plus. You also have these, which this one's kind of like a monkey's paw or something like that, like, you know, very kind of mystical looking thing that, you know, like a lucky charm or some kind of almost like a voodoo thing. And I don't exactly know why he has this, and I'm just gonna imagine because he's in the swamp, maybe he believes in charms or something. If somebody knows, please put it in the comments to tell me, or where I can go read a little bit more about it. He also comes with the snake head, and you can see he got fangs in there. They put the little pink in for his mouth, which is a really cool detail. And it's kind of got this little grip. But both of these have these little pegs on them, and you can actually take them if you want and put them on his pack like that, and have him carry them. If you wanted to do it like that. Now you can also take them off, and on his belt he has these two little holes, and you can just pour them in there like that, and he can carry them on his waist, and that looks really cool. That looks pretty sick, actually. I love it. It's cool. I mean, they have two different options to put them, but yeah, if you know why he has these exactly, put it in the comments, please. I appreciate that. So you got this bandana right here. This is pretty self-explanatory, but it's got a little click on there, so you just kind of pop it on his neck, and there you go. Now this backpack looks exactly like the backpack he had when I was a kid. It's really cool. It's got a little bit of weight to it, but it's got these two little things on the side, and you can put the gun on there with that if you like. It will clip in like that. You can also do the knife too, with the hole in the knife will sit on there. Pull that knife out. I should have had that ready. So that's another option, that if you wanted to, you could have his knife and his gun on his pack. But the best part about the pack, and what most people are going to want to do with it, is it opens. It just pops open very simply, and like you got these like it almost looks like it would be arrows in there, but just a lot of detail and cool stuff. And there's that paint, that red paint in there, and it looks reflective, but it looks like it has color in it, but it's not. This is just black, but just a lot of cool detail. And here you got all the little details in there. You got a little bit of that red right there. It looks really cool. But you take that face, and it just kind of sits in there, and then you can close the pack back up, and you can have the face in there. It's almost like a Mission Impossible kind of thing you would have in there, where you could just pop it open, take the face out. But yeah, and then I guess it's an accessory as well. He's got his hood, which is really cool. It's got a lot of cool detail in there. Looks almost like it's like an alligator skin right there with the reptile stuff going on. And I like how it has a little peak in the back, very Assassin's Creed kind of looking stuff, and a little peak in the top. And that it's not perfectly, like this side looks longer than the other. Let's see if I'm looking at it right. It looks a little higher. I just like this little imperfection there. It really makes it look great. But yeah, plenty of accessories and little things to have packed with this carrier. I think it's probably the most so far, besides like snake eyes, for just like little individual accessories that we get to play with and look at. As for Zartan himself, he is just full of little details that I love and stuff like that. So I'll do it without the hood for a second, because we've already seen it. I'll take this off as well. But you have a lot of like this is very familiar with the original Zartan. He had this vest you could take off, this armor you could pop off and on, because the original Zartan had a color change thing. You put him out in the sun, and he would turn like this like crazy bluish color. Unfortunately, this one doesn't do it. I know there's some kind of chemical paint you can buy to really do it. I've seen people customize where they painted them blue, halfway blue. I don't know. It's cool, but maybe in a future release or a variant, we could have a variant like that. I mean, we did variants for Snake Eyes, Scarlet, Roadblock, and Duke. I'd buy a variant Zartan, so go ahead. But yeah, lots of cool detail in there. You got like different color shading on there with the blacks, and we have like the brown right here is really cool. You can see like the different little buckles, got different colors in here, and then the black kind of comes over. Even on the back side, we got details on the back. I mean, this is just, I'm gushing on this figure. I love it. There's this little porthole on the back right here for his pack. Kind of lines up. You can see on the back of there. He has these shoulder pads, which are really nice because they're very soft and pliable. So you can get full, like move his arms with no problems with these, so they don't get in the way. He's got the little wrist guards on there. On his biceps, and then he has these really cool gauntlets. There is different detail, but it's no paint on it. And on the side, you can see it's kind of like it's almost like a chain mail with there. And then he has two trigger hands for each hand, which holds the gun in either one perfectly. But yeah, no additional hands for him like that. So this is basically, yeah, two trigger hands. He has he's ripped with his six-pack, and you basically have this really cool Dreadnought symbol on his belt buckle, and then a lot of detail on the belt with the little different buckles and stuff on there. And he has this holster that kind of wraps around, which is attached to his knife holster. His pants, I think these are reused pants. I want to say, I think it might be the same one we've seen with Firefly. Could be wrong. I just recognize these little lines right here. But we have these armor patterns put on there, which looks really nice. We got the black lines in there. Same thing. We got some cool knees, and then he's got these shin guards. It kind of wraps around, and then it's a different gray. It's a little bit harder to see, but there is a slight different gray color here that comes on the top of the boot, and then just the black on the bottom. But I mean, for not having a whole lot of colors on them, it's just a lot of detail with different little line works and stuff in there, and different shaded parts. It makes them really look great. And I mean, this is the Zartan. This is classic Zartan. This is the colors we want. We don't want Ninja Force Zartan with the oranges and greens. So this is the Zartan. I know, and this is when I think about Zartan, this is what I think of. Peg holes in the bottom. Now, his face is really cool. He's got the crazy like Sting makeup and stuff, but his eyes are like, it's almost like a whitish blue, and you can see his pupils in there. But normally he'll be kind of covered in the hood, but yeah, I mean, he's got really awesome looking eyes. I'm trying to get the light just right for you. But yeah, there's blue and there's like a black pupil in there. Looks great. And then, of course, under the hood, it looks even better. So as for articulation, you can get really great looking up. I mean, of course, with the hood and stuff like that, it's going to be a completely different story. But if you look down, full rotation. Arms, like I said, this does not, now it might look kind of weird, but does not block any of the movement on the arms. He's got the bicep rotation, double jointed elbows, so really good. If we had a bow for him, we could have done some really nice poses with that. Wrist rotation, and there's a little bit of flex in there, but not a whole lot. It's got an ab crunch, so you can look about that far down, back about that far, and you don't really get any gaps or anything like that, so it looks good. The skin shows through there. The rotation, he has it, but it's tight, so I'm not. I feel like I know there's no rubber band in there, but I'm just having nostalgia where like my rubber bands would pop on my fingers. He does have a really good like full split on the legs. They are. He does have thigh rotation, like this leg. There we go. Almost like it didn't set back. He does have a double jointed knee, sorry. So that's awesome. And there is, right behind the shin guard, you do have a calf rotation, and you can get about that high on the ankle, on the foot, and the rocker about that far. So I'm just gonna put all the stuff back on him. But yeah, overall, like this figure, I'm extremely happy that this figure was not a Cobra Ali exclusive, so I was able to get him relatively easy. Oh, look what I'm doing. I'm talking all this stuff and I hadn't even put his face on. So let's do this face. Yeah, I'm glad he wasn't a Cobra Island exclusive, because this is a figure that I'm probably going to buy a second one just to hold on to, or maybe even customize. And I'm glad he's ready easily to find in the stores. So here we have, and you kind of put that face on, and there you go. Where does Zartan go? I don't know. He's somewhere around. I think he went that way. But yeah, the guy with no pupils. Anyway, it looks really cool. I want to, like, if I had, I'd 3D print some different ones. But yeah, it fits on there. I mean, once you get it on there, it ain't going nowhere. So you know, you can put it back on there, and there you go, Master of the Skies. And then that just pops right back in the pack. Even in the pack, it just kind of, since it's kind of flexi plastic, once it's in there too. Yeah, awesome. So obviously, I love this figure. I hope you enjoyed me gushing about it, and you're excited about it as well. I hope we see the other Dreadnoks, Ripper, Torch, and Buzzer, and then maybe Zartan and Xandar. I'll say Zartan twice. But what are your thoughts? What is your favorite version of Zartan? Is it the original, or did you like later on when we had the Mohawk, like the Ninja Zartan? You know, what was your first experience? Did you think he had hair, or did you always know that was a hood? And yeah, let me know in the comments. And like, if you know about these little talisman, you know, his monkey's paw and his fang, where they came from and stuff like that, put it in the comments. I'd appreciate that as well. So if you like the video, leave us a like. Check us out on Facebook. We're doing more Joes, more Marvel Legends and everything soon. And check back for the next review. Alright, thank you for watching. Take care of yourself.